Good morning and Merry Christmas. Felt the Lord dealing with me. I really believe it is Him. I love to do Christmas devotions, especially during the Advent season. So, in my devotion time this morning, I began to think about one of the promises of Christmas, God's name revealed to us as Emmanuel. And I wanted to just take a moment and share this with my friends, my family on Facebook. I love this time of year, and every year I end up getting at the end of the season and kicking myself for not slowing down to meditate on the goodness of God. Turn this down a little bit. On the goodness of God and what Christmas means. So I'm trying to be more intentional this year. So just want to share with you this morning this thought. Matthew 1:23, the Lord said, behold, this was the angel speaking to Mary, and behold, the virgin shall conceive and bear a son, and they shall call his name Emmanuel, which means God with us. And I was pondering that this morning as I was reading through Isaiah, and then that led me to this promise in Matthew, and I was thinking of the name Emmanuel and what it means that God came to be with us. And we've read that, we've talked about it, we've heard the name Emmanuel, or at least most of us have. And it's so profound that it's very easy to miss the simple depth of this truth. It's really not even simple, it's very complex and very profound, but also beautifully simple. That God was with us. He joined the human race as one of us to share our pain, to feel our sorrow. And there's a lot of that to go around nowadays. But the Lord came not to be over us, not to be distant from us, not to be set apart, but to be with us. And it's summed up in that one beautiful word, Emmanuel, that God came. The prophet spoke of him and said in Isaiah 53 that he was despised and rejected by men, a man of sorrows, acquainted with grief. And as one from whom men hide their faces, he was despised. And we esteemed him not. Surely he has borne our griefs and carried our sorrows. He is, to quote the prophet, acquainted with grief. Christ, our Emmanuel, came and he bore our griefs. He carried our sorrows. So I just want to say that for all the arguments that non-believers make against our God and all of the world's attempts to twist the nature of God and make him out to be aloof or so transcendent that he doesn't care, or some tyrant that just wants his way, he's none of those things. And when we look at this word Emmanuel, this beautiful promise in Matthew 1:23, one of the things that we can definitely be certain of about God is that he is not uninterested and that he's not aloof. He came to be with us. He didn't stand off in the distance or from his glorious royal dwelling place in heaven. He didn't stay up there and look down on us. No. He was so interested in our hurt and in our pain, in our grief, that he came as Emmanuel amongst us because he saw that we couldn't get to him. So he came to us. I find it so mysterious as I pondered this morning that God's answer to the wickedness of this world, the darkness, the brokenness, the wars, the greed, the dysfunction, the perversion, not just in his day, but even more so in our day. God's answer to those things was not to send a heavenly host of angels. It wasn't to come in as some conquering, glorious king that wanted all eyes on him. He didn't come in wealthy and all powerful, demanding attention. No. He came as a babe in a manger, unheralded, unsung, unnoticed, poor, and lowly. He came in a way that no one expected, our Emmanuel. And I want to leave you with this thought. God still does that today. He comes in ways that we do not expect. So over this Christmas season, from my heart to yours, I just want to share with you that regardless of the challenges that you may face, challenges in your family, challenges of loneliness, don't look for God like the world looks for him, expecting him to show up necessarily in obvious places. Look for him to show up in the places where you may not expect him to be. As the Bible says, Jesus is the same yesterday, today, and forever. And when he first came to be with us, he came in such an unexpected, private, lowly way. Joseph and Mary in a manger in Bethlehem. That's how he came. Look for him this season in unexpected ways. Merry Christmas to you. God bless you.